Top lane, they've lost them all.
They could get dove very soon here. This turret is incredibly dangerous to hold. Royal might lose it here. They're already down 10,000 gold and a Baron. Those barrels are crushing Royal down right now.
That surely needs to signal they disengage from Royal. They have to back away from it. Both of them looking almost getting caught out. They're going to have to safeguard to Uzi. And that's an easy turret for SK Telecom. It's 7-2 in turrets, 11,000 gold lead. SK Telecom, they are already etching their name on that cup.
They can smell it right now. They're going to be going for this second inhibitor turret. There's already one down. Royal doesn't even have 5 people here.
Throws down the slicing Maelstrom, forced to go in, but he was stranglethorn back. Can they continuously get the fight? Piglet got Chum the Waters on him, and they're now absolutely running for the fountain. This does not look good for Royal.
This doesn't, and then Crescendo catches all of them. It's a double for impact. They get on the fountain. SK Telecom are just rolling through. The Nexus turrets are potentially going to go down. This could be a 20-minute game for SK Telecom. They will be the Season 3 World Champions here at the Staples Center.
And it was the most impressive victory at the end. SKT is the team that starts slow and finishes even stronger. But they started this best of 5 with a win. And after that, there was no stopping the Korean powerhouse.
SKT Telecom come into this game saying, you know, the Champions Cup would be lonely at home if we didn't bring back another one. So they find the Summoners Cup, and it will be placed in the SKT house right next to their win from Korea.
Double teleport, they could stop these fights, but then they didn't realize how many members from SKT could avoid getting stunned by that arrow, and suddenly the 1-3-1 was going to be a thing. Double TP, there's just been no answer. In fact, it's so hard to play against, especially against a massive lead early on, which they did.
Yeah, and I mean, this game, if SKT closes out with this 13,000 gold advantage, is almost classic SKT. It's exactly the way they want to win the game. Nothing incredibly flashy. Faker dominates the opposition. Yep. They still make smart plays after that. They rotate around the map properly, and they just systematically starve out the opponent. KOO Tigers, last stand, 2 inhibitors down. Here SKT comes.
On the hunt, goes in. That's going to be Hojin in a real sticky situation. He goes down a full 3-man Gnar ultimate. That's going to be smacked down now. Eyes onto the AD carry, but the support hits. It's going to be Kuro out safely. Prey, however, has to run away from his base. SK Telecom looking to take down the final Nexus turrets. It does not look good for Kuro and his team. KOO Tigers are falling. SKT will be your first ever 2-time World Champions! In an almost perfect run, the emotion on the team being felt, you could see it on Faker's face, an almost perfect run here for SKT. Thwarted one game, but come out the victors and get to hoist the Summoners Cup a second time.
Faker, Bengi, and Koma, the repeat champions here. And if Faker's legacy wasn't cemented enough, that last performance on Rise, he made it look easy.
Faker, playmaker. He showed up, especially in the last game, had a good final overall. Other members from SKT will always have to highlight Bengi. In this game on Elise, had a massive impact, but Bang really for me as well as an AD carry. In these fights here, he's never the guy you talk about when you look at SK Telecom. You look at the big names like Faker, Marin in the top lane. Bang is just consistently always there for his team and doing well.
It's gotta feel good for these guys.
An amazing record throughout summer to the end of Worlds. 53-7 SKT puts up.
This time goes between the goalposts. KOO Vs under threat deadly flourish as Samsung are under pressure. This is buying time for those super minions to pour in, kick around. Crown is able to flash so he doesn't get caught, but Cube's down.
And it's a war of attrition. They're just waiting for wrecking them in a fight.
Duka flashes forward, chomps down to kill Crown. SK Telecom have got 2, make that 3 kills. The curtain call is a fitting end to the World Championship as Samsung Galaxy are being dove under their tower. SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world. The SKT reign continues. They win their 3rd World Championship.
And you better believe the crowd's giving a standing ovation after that one. This was an incredibly hard-fought series. SKT had to earn this one till the very end. The way they played the last 20 minutes of that 5th game was incredibly clean.
What an arduous journey it has been for this team. They had to go through RNG, the DRX Tigers, and Samsung Galaxy showing up as the final boss for them. So incredibly close.
And this year, I think more than any other, their experience shined through. They were never the best regular season team in the LCK. They weren't even the LCK champions in the summer split, but they are world champions.
They peak when it matters. They prepare for the international tournaments. And SK Telecom had elation as much as relief on their faces at the end of that 5-game series.
And so much respect for the players on Samsung Galaxy. The run that they have made this year is incredible.
Stays alive. Again, there's no flash on Ruler. There's no.
And Samsung Galaxy push mid first.
As you can see, the
Flash ult left. They've caught Faker. They've got the CC. The mid laner is down. The unkillable Demon King has done just that. As Ruler stays in, life stealing. In the back line, they found more as Huni does not have a way out. Pops to Yolt, but he has no exit route. 2 more autos will kill him down, but he gets to run away. They twitch to their aggro. They knock down Wolf instead. 5v3 in mid. In the moment of truth, they flash on Faker, and they take out the heart of SK Telecom.
Faker had no flash when the fight started. They knew that, so they used everything to kill him.
A game-winning pick, a championship-winning pick for Ruler. That might be the Flash R that signals the end of the SKT dynasty. There are no turrets. It is 5 versus 3. Huni, do you have what it takes to win the game? Big certainly does not. Ruler on the Nexus. The upset is complete as the kills come through. The SKT dynasty is over. All hail the new kings. Samsung Galaxy, your 2017 World Champions! What a deserved walkout. The deafening cheers of tens of thousands of cheering Chinese fans. Samsung Galaxy, the only team to ever dethrone SKT at Worlds. They do it on the biggest stage the league has ever seen.
And they do it in the biggest way. 3-0 versus SK Telecom. You could see the emotion on the Samsung Galaxy players' faces. That is an entire year waiting to get back to this moment, waiting for the rematch, and they made it count.
Every single player talked about revenge against SKT, and they got it. Faker is destroyed.
now it's relief on the side of Samsung, anguish on the side of SKT.
Later in the finals, same story. Barrel goes for the ulti, but Faker has fast enough feet to barely dodge forward out of it.
Guma no flash, Guma no ultimate. Owner blows up the blast cone though. Kingin finding his way around. This Aatrox, a pest in the T1 side. They're going through mid though.
Yeah, they're going through mid here. T1, DRX are pinging this top wave. There's a threat of an end. Kingin's on the flank. Kingin's looking for it. He has been the X factor, but Barrel's gonna die. He barely gets away. Pioshik's in the retreat. Barrel stays alive somehow. Redemption's coming down. It's gonna heal him up. T1 moved in. Kingin was not able to respond there with the flank. He'll steal the enemy red buff for the upcoming fight. T1 chunking out the health bars. Decide to go for the Elder. Kingin's still ready. TP coming back in for DRX. Seiyus and Owner here in the pit. Seiyus goes over the wall, but Kingin's ready to find him. Q1, Q2 finds his place back inside the pit. Drake gonna slightly reset. Gonna come down to a smite fight. Kingin is off. Barrel has the ultimate back up. No carries on the flashes. Look at the trap line. Look at the Caitlyn. He's trying to stun him away. Owner goes in. Owner is down. The Drake secured. T1's jungler trying to do it. T1's going for the base. They're going for the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Kingin comes back. Elder Drake at the ready. But what can he do? Q3. No damage just yet. Elder Drake, the execute. Sail is down. DRX, hold on.
Kingin, he gets back, he does it! Gumi's just gonna find the ultimate onto Pioshik, but they still have the Elder Dragon buff on DRX. They're gonna run straight back into the hearts of T1.
Can they end? Is this it? T1 are so vulnerable and wounded. DRX have the Elder Dragon. 4 members down. It's on Gumayushi to hold the line. DRX are coming for their World Championship title.
The Cinderella story! DRX are pushing in!
DRX, they're on to inhibitor turret number 1. Only Carrier is going to be up. It's still 10 seconds on Owner. DRX will march forward. Carrier wants to hit the wave. Kingin goes to the world ender. Gumayushi is dead. They have been doubted. They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX are your 2022 World Champions.
They complete the miracle run.
We've just witnessed the most incredible story in history. DRX have done it. T1 are shell-shocked. They're stunned.
No 4th seed had even made it to finals, let alone winning the World Championship. Deft in his 10th year.
He won the world title. He's won MSI, he's won LPL, he's won LCK, he's won Rift Rivals against Korea and China, but he's never won a world championship, and he's done it. He's done it.
Won't even get that.
It's heartbreaking as now they take a magical journey over Zeus. He likes this one though, 1 versus 3. He's absorbing so much, the Emperor's Divide. It comes in, but he's still alive. What is going on? Faker Tiny's under burst. Everyone's just exploding as Weiwei trying to get something done, but it does not matter. T1 are too strong.
4 times T1 has lost in a Game 5. 4 times they've been knocked out, and 4 times they have got back up for this moment.
It was 7 years since their last, a decade since their first. The SKT legacy has been reignited. T1 will be your 2023 World Champions.
It took them 2 years to win a title again.
가줄게. 몇 초야, 몇 초?
가볼게. 뛰어보자, 그럼 다 뛰어보자.
맞아. 끌어줄게. 아리 텔 못 가. 아리 못 가.
알이 없어 거기.
맞으면 좋아.
거기 알이 없어. 알이 없어. 우리야 셋이야.
오케이, 좋아. 일단. 왼쪽. 맞아. 팔아볼래?
좋은데.
알이 없어.
됐어.
잠깐만 끝나냐 이거?
나이스. 끝나면
탑. 베어트리스 우리.
천천히. 일단 가보자. 나쁘지 않을 것 같은데? 달려도 피차긴 하거든? 나 내가 십장 와주죠. 지워달라고? 아니, 안 줘도 되겠다, 이제. 이제 안 줘도 되겠다. 네네네. 파이팅 없어. 잘 해보자.
이거 괜찮은 거 같은데?
아리 폼이 있을 거야.
25초긴 한데.
해도 돼.
해봅시다. 할만할 것 같아, 이거.
바로 버프 있긴 해.
일단 안 죽는 선에서 하면 될 듯?
이거 점사 잘하면 끝날 것 같은데? 해봐.
나 20초 잘했다. 해봐. 내려 내가 마크 데카 있잖아.
거의 끝나거든 이거.
아니, 궁으로 해보자. 해보자. 나 20초. 타워.
내가 막고 타워. 여진데?
Cuz stuck around a little bit too long, and now T1 empowered. But now with the Baron spawning, relatively even setup, but again, it's the waves in favor of T1 that make this so hard, as immediately they're going to kick things off by going in on Cuz, taking away the Frost Armor passive. Lockdown from Carrier is there. TP in from Doran as well. All T's going across the board. BDD cut off the side. A good flash to take him out, and Guma has to be careful, but he's so damn fast. Owner, pulling up BDD. He goes gold in an extra 2.5 seconds to consider what went wrong as T1 looks set to end it all.
They're going to finish the job. It is Doran and Peter left alone in the mid lane. And T1 will ace them.
T1 earning their legacy again and again and again. There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the Rift today making the impossible possible. Owner, Faker, Guma Yushi, Carrier, and now Doran as well.